coming on strong here in the second quarter. That's 4 points in the quarter for Rios. 12-point game. Let's see if they can get some stops here and continue to convert. We've got a sub in the game. A sub in the game for the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs. That's Shelton Mobley. Came in automatically and made a difference. Snyder gets a foul. Coming into the game, Jimmy Green. Snyder, inexplicably 3 fouls in just under 12 minutes of play. Guess you can't take the fouls home with you. Hundemer. That looks like a good shot for Hundemer. And they're going to need Hundemer to get going in order to contain these Strong Dogs. They're moving with such pace. Robbie Gordon running point from up top, calls the play for Jimmy Green. 2-man game, Green and Mobley. They go to Mobley, and Green goes in for the runner.
2 points.
Who do you choose to guard there, Green or Mobley? Green out on the play. Gonzalez flashing off of the pick. Gonzalez rushes the shot. That's an example of getting the look but rushing. Robbie Gordon with the push, fouls on the floor. Hundemer hasn't hit a shot yet in this game, so not necessarily necessary at this point for Gordon to give him that foul. Might regret that a little later in the game.
30-second timeout. Strong Dogs.
16-point differential. Wayne Bozeman still not satisfied. Calls a timeout despite the 16-point lead. Wants to make sure his team is making good decisions.
Thank you again to our sponsors. Eagle Sports Chairs. We build custom wheelchairs. An official sponsor of the NWBA. Invacare. Technology that wins. An official sponsor of the NWBA. Performance. Designed to maximize your abilities on the court or the streets. Perform to the max. RGK.
All right. Strong Dogs coming out of the timeout on defense. Juan Rios to trigger the ball. Hundemer and Deller on that side. Hassan El-Khadi up top. Overload on the right side. They've got a double screen there for Rios. Rios had the hot hand, hit 2 for 2 of his last shots. Puts the shot up long. A lot of weapons on the court for the Strong Dogs. Everyone's trying to keep Mobley and Quintanilla out of the paint, leaving Robbie Gordon wide open at the top of the key for his second 3. 14 points, I apologize. Robbie Gordon absolutely on fire. Oh, Rios off of the miss, catches the board and kisses it off the top of the glass. Rios having a strong second quarter, but the Tampa Bay Strong Dog with an onslaught of offense, leading currently by 17 with 6:22 left in the second quarter. Strong Dogs may have too many weapons. Gordon running point with the Twin Towers down low. Tough matchups all around. Quintanilla gets into the paint, but Laguerre goes down. Not sure if he looks like he's favoring his right elbow. I don't think we need a lot of contact in the sport of wheelchair basketball, and some players have a better ability to break their fall as they're going down to the court. But when you fall backwards, straight back the way that he did, it's often that you're going to have an elbow hit the floor. So when you fall, you try to fall in a way where you can brace that fall with your arm, but definitely not right on the funny bone. There's nothing funny about the funny bone where I come from.
For Tampa Bay, number 14, T.C. Fuller.
T.C. Fuller into the game for Tampa Bay, subbing in for Laguerre, McKinley Laguerre. Quintanilla with the ball, 20 seconds on the clock. Robbie Gordon, he's just going to keep shooting these threes. He may not want to fall in love with those threes. You've got a 17-point lead. Get some ball reversal. See if you can get your bigs going in the game as well. You don't want to stop their movement. McKinley Laguerre coming back into the game. Just got someone to look at his elbow real quick. Fouled on the play. Hassan Al-Khadi fouled by Jimmy Green.
32, Jimmy Green.
Jimmy Green swinging violently at that ball. Got more flesh than ball. That's okay. We love the intensity, Jimmy.
Thank you to our sponsors, Toyota, ABC Medical. Are you ready to adapt, believe, compete? The official medical supply company of the NFL.
We're coming to you live here from Wichita, Kansas. Facility is Wichita Hoops. Visit Wichita. Incredible host for this 2020 Adult National Championship Tournament. Originally, the event was intended to be larger, inclusive of our junior division, and unfortunately for our juniors, the decision had to be made to cancel that event.
Shooting 2.
Hassan Al-Khadi to the line. Misses the front end of 2. Tournament organizers has been great about being flexible with this environment that we're dealing with. Our adult athletes have chosen to continue forward with this tournament. We are watching the Division II National Championship game. Robbie Gordon down low to Quintanilla. Rolls around the rim and pops back out. One of the few bits of luck that the Hot Wheels have had. Great seal by Hundemer for Rios. Rios follows this seal. Typically you'll see a big guy following a littler guy on that seal, which is basically a low pick. But Hundemer freed up Rios for it. Oh, Robbie Gordon with the head fake. Goes in for 2 and gets fouled by Hundemer. Insult to injury. Gets called for the foul. Crafty move by Robbie Gordon, dribbling with his left hand, gave a look over his left shoulder to fake out Hundemer, pivoted back right to go in to the paint with the foot plate of Hundemer going into the back wheel. Robbie Gordon spun around and the shot still went in. Just a beautiful display of athleticism and control by Gordon. It's not often that a quality player like Ryan Hundemer will fall for that, but I guess ankles get broken, if you will, in wheelchair basketball as well. And that was just a beautiful fake. Hassan Al-Khadi putting up the 3. A lot of time on the clock. Al-Khadi gets the pick this time. Help defense comes over. Hundemer has a mismatch here on Laguerre. Unfortunately, the ball not dropping very well for Hundemer. They stole the ball from Mobley. Mobley, in an effort to get it back, ends up clipping Hassan Al-Khadi. He'll go to the line.
Houston shooting the 1-and-1.
And if you're a Hot Wheels fan,
El Khadi in the line.
you're hoping that El Khadi going to the line will be a way to get his shot going. He's getting some looks in this game, but unfortunately not a lot of luck. So oftentimes when you have the time to go through your routine at the free throw line, you can get a shooter going. Hot Wheels not getting the bounce thus far today, but there is a lot of game left. Gordon,
Robbie Gordon.
not shy at all about pulling up for three. And if you were shooting like he's shooting, why would you be? Michael Garcia with the ball, pressure from Gordon. Oh, McKinley Laguerre with the steal, dumps it off for Gordon. Quintanilla goes into the paint, gets the pass from Gordon. Gordon doing damage. He's a triple threat, dribble, pass, shoot. He's doing it all. Robbie Gordon just putting on a clinic here today. And on the defensive end, so much pressure. Nice shot there by Michael Garcia. That's a great sign. If you're the Hot Wheels, you're going to need somebody to step up and lead. Gordon, 5 feet off of the three-point line. Might be feeling himself here. 20-footer from 25 feet. Michael Garcia off the errant pass from his teammates. Rios with the ball. Not a lot of action off the ball. Very few cross picks. And you need some more ball movement and more picking action in order to disrupt this pressure from the Strong Dogs. That's a lot easier said than done because their chair control is impeccable right now. Hundemer with the mismatch on Green. He created a perfect amount of space. He and Green are about equally sized, but the way he used his chair created a few feet between he and Green for an uncontested shot. Gordon off the cross pick from Quintanilla creates just enough of an advantage for Gordon to roll in wide open. Gordon having a day. Hassan El Khadi with the ball, dumps it down to Rios on the baseline. Gordon so far with 22 points in this game. Big rebound by James Gonzalez. Puts it back up off of the miss from Rios. Robbie Gordon between Rios and Gonzalez. Shorter than Gonzalez, but raises up for the board and ends up getting fouled.
Fouls on number 23, Rios. First personal foul for Rios.
Quintanilla puts the ball in, but called for 3 seconds.
Basket's no good. 3-second violation.
Quintanilla being picked out of the play. James Gonzalez going to try to keep him out and create a shot opportunity. Hassan El Khadi has a mismatch on Gordon. That ball went down like a slippery slick. Robbie Gordon wheeling, dealing. Thought he had Mobley for a cut, but he didn't. Nice half-court defense there for a second. Very nice half-court defense by the Hot Wheels. Keeping the bigs out of the paint for the most part, or putting pressure on the passers when they get in. That's one of the better half-court sets on defense for the Hot Wheels. Very nicely done. It is an 18-point game, but you don't make it to the national championship game if you don't have a lot of fight in you. And these Hot Wheels absolutely do that.
58 seconds remaining.
Elkadi tried to finish the last minute on a strong note. Splits his pair of free throws. Robbie Gordon, a one-man press break. Robbie Gordon dumps it down to Quintanilla, gets hacked. Still able to get it up. Quintanilla, El Toro, strong like a bull. Very strong young man. Recently had an opportunity to try out for a U.S. team in 2019. Did not make that team, but had a great performance. Continues to develop his game, having an impact on his local team, the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs. Really bright future for Carlos. Carlos hits his second free throw.
44 seconds.
Token pressure by Gordon. Hundemer. No communication from his teammates. Has Shelton Mobley come behind him and knock the ball out of bounds. He had no idea he was there. No communication from the bench. Michael Garcia locks and loads a three. Robbie Gordon with the ball, coming up with pace. Robbie Gordon crosses left to right. Robbie Gordon, another head fake. Blows by two defenders. Gets bumped, no call. Misses the shot. Fast break here for Hassan El-Khadi. Hassan El-Khadi for two, no good. 18-point game. Tampa Bay Strong Dogs with an oppressive onslaught of offense. Robbie Gordon with 22 big points for the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs. Carlos Quintanilla also contributing for a total of 10 points himself. 22 and 10. A great performance for the Strong Dogs. We will be back shortly.
Gordon, 22.
Access for people with disabilities out of necessity. So for his students at the University of Illinois, he was creating curb cuts, he was innovating to create bus lifts, and he was making sure that facilities had the level of access required for them to live in everyday life. In order to recognize the impact that Dr. Nugent had on the sport, it's our obligation to keep that legacy going. That's why we are launching the Dr. Tim Nugent Foundation. And this campaign is going to help us have an impact on grassroots programs. We want to help individuals who are getting started in the game. We want to help teams who are getting started in the game. And that's where we need your support. Through your support, we can keep the impact of Dr. Tim Nugent alive. Help us grow the number of athletes, help us grow the number of teams. We can't do it alone. We're an army of volunteers, and we need to get in line together to make sure that we're lined up against the same mission. But I also want to ask you to think about giving whatever you're able to give to the Tim Nugent Foundation to help us systematically grow those numbers. I'm Will Waller. I'm the CEO of the National Wheelchair Basketball Association. When I think about wheelchair basketball, I think automatically about quality of life. It's not just about wins and losses or X's and O's on the court. It's about bringing people through their life experiences. Everyone who plays wheelchair basketball has some form of a disability that they sustained or that they were born with. And what wheelchair basketball does is it gives them a sense of normalcy. And we know through research that wheelchair basketball improves people's relationships, improves their education outcomes, and gets them a better career. So I'm truly grateful for Dr. Nugent because in 1948 he established the Wheelchair Basketball Association. And from 1948 to current day, the sport has been changing lives. Dr. Nugent's so much more than wheelchair basketball, however. He's known as the father of accessibility. Before the Americans with Disabilities Act, he was changing access for people with disabilities out of necessity. So for his students at the University of Illinois, he was creating curb cuts, he was innovating to create bus lifts, and he was making sure that facilities had the level of access required for them to live in everyday life. In order to recognize the impact that Dr. Nugent had on the sport, it's our obligation to keep that legacy going. That's why we are launching the Dr. Tim Nugent Foundation. And this campaign is going to help us have an impact on grassroots programs. We want to help individuals who are getting started in the game. We want to help teams who are getting started in the game. And that's where we need your support. Through your support, we can keep the impact of Dr. Tim Nugent alive. Help us grow the number of athletes, help us grow the number of teams. We can't do it alone. We're an army of volunteers, and we need to get in line together to make sure that we're lined up against the same mission. But I also want to ask you to think about giving whatever you're able to give to the Tim Nugent Foundation to help us systematically grow those numbers.
Toyota, let's go places.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the 2020 NWBA Toyota National Championship game for Division II. The Tampa Bay Strong Dogs have a commanding lead over the TIRR Memorial Hermann Hotwheels out of Houston. One of our stronger programs with multiple teams from that program have a great sponsorship with Memorial Hermann and TIRR. We appreciate their support in getting teams out to our various events and competing across divisions. Robbie Gordon continues his pace. Oh, drops it down. That's too many passes. Shelton Mobley in the lane. The refs had to make the call after the third pass with him sitting in there. Need to be more court aware and put the shot up in order to avoid that call. Hassan Al-Khadi into James Gonzalez. Back. Nice give and go between those two. Unfortunately, Gonzalez unable to convert. Again, it's not as though they aren't getting good shots in all cases. The shots just happen to not be going. Robbie Gordon out of control. Lost his awareness of where he was at on the court, so lost the ball out of bounds. Hot Wheels looking to convert. El Khadi to Garcia. Back to El Khadi. Swing the ball over to Hundemer. This is a nice look for Hundemer. 15-footer from the left side. Passes it back to El Khadi. Front wheels over the line, barely taking a three-point shot away, making it a two. Joseph Saman called that a two-point shot. Hot Wheels could have used all three. Missed by the Strong Dogs. Number 12 on that miss. That's Jonathan Snyder. Comes back and makes it up on the other end, gets a steal. Some sloppy play down here. Jump ball called. Change of possession arrow. This time in the favor of the Hot Wheels. El Khadi, Hundemer, Rios to Garcia. Two-man game. Nice pick by Gonzalez, rolling into the paint. They tried to swing it over to Rios, losing precious time on the clock. Michael Garcia rolls into a three, hits the front end of the rim, but it was a nice shot. Really good look, nice play by the Hot Wheels. Rios fouled on the play. Rolled into the key with the ball. Ends up getting fouled by Quintanilla going to the line. Let's see if we could get Juan Rios going from the line. Beautiful shot by Rios. Great sign. Currently a 15-point game. Rios locking in, puts up the second shot. 2 for 2. Great job by Juan Rios. Now putting pressure on Robbie Gordon. Gordon able to get it over to Shelton Mobley. Nice ball movement here by the Strong Dogs. Picked by Laguerre. Robbie Gordon using that movement, splitting Hundemer and Rios. Still gets the shot off, but was fouled on that. Actually fouled on the floor. So they'll retain possession. Mobley with the ball. Passes over to Snyder. Snyder puts up the 8-footer from the left, in front of the left elbow. Just short. Rios pushing up with pace. Rios dishes left to Garcia. Garcia with the baseline shot. Short again. 14-point game. Nice start to the second half for the Hot Wheels. Getting good looks, not converting them all, but not allowing the Strong Dogs to extend the lead. Quintanilla rushes his shot, misses it. Rebound to Gonzalez. Gonzalez right by Gordon. Gonzalez a little bit out of control on that shot, but great up-tempo basketball. Just need to get a little more under control to finish that play. Achadi to Hundemer. Hundemer with the ball. Hundemer wheeling, dealing, has a mismatch on Gordon. Puts up the one-handed shot from the right side on the baseline. Ryan Hundemer, way to create for yourself. Beautiful play.
2 points, Hundemer.
Mobley finds Quintanilla. Quintanilla down on the floor in disbelief. Refs conferring on the call. Refs still conferring.
Timeout, Strong Dogs.
Not sure of the call.
5 minutes remain in the third quarter.
Timeout by the Strong Dogs.
26, Houston.
It's a 12-point game. These Hot Wheels coming out with passion, intensity, and awareness. Nice to see some of these shots going. You had Rios with a couple of great free throws. Hundemer with an 8-footer from the right baseline. And if they can get a few of their threats to start converting some of these looks that they are getting, you have a much greater opportunity to close this gap. But it isn't just those shots that's doing it. It's the fact that making those shots is allowing them to get back in defensive transition and help avoid the up-tempo of Robbie Gordon and his teammates. So your best defense is sometimes your offense when you can make those shots and force them to take the ball out of bounds instead of being off to the races. So will be Strong Dogs ball. Robbie Gordon set to check it in from the timeline. Gordon to Mobley. Mobley back to Gordon. Gordon coming to work the power side with Quintanilla. Mobley. That's 4 Strong Dogs on one side. We don't call that balance. Gordon says, I'm putting up this 3. Just long. Nice. Nice way to free up himself for that shot, but that's created another rebound opportunity and half-court opportunity for TIRR. Hassan Al-Khadi puts up the 3. He hasn't had much success on these threes. This time, he drives the lane, dishes it down to Hundemer, who gets another 2. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a 10-point game in this Division II National Championship game here from Wichita, Kansas. The Memorial Hot Wheels persevering and coming back from a significant deficit in order to put it within reach of single digits here in the third quarter. Shelton Mobley misses that shot. Ball goes out of bounds by the Strong Dogs. Jonathan Snyder knocked that out of bounds. Jimmy Green subbing in for Snyder. Head coach Wayne Bozeman of the Strong Dogs looking to make adjustments now before this tide is completely turned, although I'd say the momentum has changed hands. Nice ball rotation around the horn. Rios dumps it down to Hundemer with the reverse. No good. Put back, also no good. Carlos Quintanilla with the rebound over to Green. Green out to Gordon. We've got a 2-on-1 break. Gordon gets bumped on the play, looking at the ref, wondering where's the foul. Ends up putting the shot in nonetheless. 12-point game.
Basket's good. Robbie Gordon.
Hassan Al-Khadi with the ball. Al-Khadi to Hundemer. Hundemer with the one-hander. No, does not get the bounce. Up to that point, Hundemer was having himself a nice little stretch. Gordon breaks the token pressure and finds Shelton Mobley posted up down low. Pinpoint pass right to his outstretched hands. Juan Rios with the ball for the Hot Wheels. Dumps it over to Hassan Al-Khadi. Al-Khadi drives the lane right around Jimmy Green, but the shot again does not go. Robbie Gordon. Ball reversal to Jimmy Green. Back to Gordon. Nice pick by Quintanilla, trying to create some movement into half court. Beautiful play by Robbie Gordon, spinning around Juan Rios while Quintanilla flashes the paint and gets a mismatch over Hassan Al-Khadi for two. Another great pass by Gordon. James Gonzalez. I believe we've got an offensive foul called on Juan Rios. This lead is ballooning back up to 16 points for Tampa Bay. Substitution coming into the game.
Entering the game for the Hot Wheels, Robert Deller.
Robert Deller coming into the game for the Hot Wheels. I thought they might be looking for a timeout. They had such a great stretch going to start the second half. But unfortunately, the Strong Dogs have so many weapons, they're hard to hold back. 18-point game. Hassan Al-Khadi pushes the ball. Another turnover for the Hot Wheels.
Fouls on number 32, Jimmy Green.
James Gonzalez was making a drive on the backside of Jimmy Green. And instead of Jimmy Green turning his chair to stop that drive, he backed his chair up, making his back wheels hit the chair of James Gonzalez. And that's what we call backing in. That's one of the easiest calls for officials in the wheelchair game because it's so obvious. Hassan Al-Khadi with his first three of the game. He said, I'm a scorer. I'm just going to shoot through it. He gets his first three of the game, bringing the lead back down to 15. What can Ryan Hundemer do? He had Shelton Mobley on one side and Jimmy Green on the other. He went to Mobley, who flashed the paint, and that left Jimmy Green wide open for a cut. Back the other way. TIRR on the fast break. They missed the initial layup, and the rebound goes to Hassan Al-Khadi, and they end up fouling him for two shots.
Fouls on four, Quintanilla. Third personal foul.
Hassan Al-Khadi just hit a three earlier, so now he's going to the line. Let's see if he can maintain that momentum. Misses the first. Al-Khadi to the line for number two. Comes up short. Mobley with the ball on the right side. Tries to get it to Green. Misses him. Ends up leading Quintanilla, who blasted through two players like a fullback, crashing through a defensive line. And he could either be a fullback or a D lineman.
Subbing in to the game for the Strong Dogs, Watch Jonathan Snyder.
Quintanilla coming out of the game.
We'll take a break.
Quintanilla, that is his 4th foul. He made sure to tell head coach Wayne Bozeman, that was a bad pass. That's not my fault. Not sure what Bozeman thought of that.
2 points, Juan Rios.
Juan Rios hits the 2 for Memorial Herman. 15-point game. TIRR has proven that they have the ability to come back. They had it to nearly single digits, but unfortunately the Strong Dogs picked up the pace. And once TIRR missed a couple shots, the Strong Dogs came back with pace and transition. Alcadi with the ball. Pressure from Gordon. Alcadi still with the ball. He needs someone to pass to. Using up a lot of clock. But that's okay. He was waiting for Juan Rios to get set up on the left side off of James Gonzalez. And Rios does a good job with that shot. Robbie Gordon and Mobley on the right side. Robbie Gordon looks at Mobley, who's got a mismatch, shakes him off, and puts up the 3. That's because the shot clock was winding down. Not enough time to get another pass. That's the end of the 3rd, ladies and gentlemen. 13-point game. Memorial Herman looking to turn it on when they need it most. 10 minutes left. We need them to leave everything out there on the court for these last 10 minutes. I think that's what head coach Ryan Hundemer's imploring his team to do. They've shown the ability to do it, while the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs have also shown just great execution when they really turn it on. The pressure that they put on other teams, whether that be on offense or defense, pushing at the pace that they do, absolutely incredible.
Just a reminder, at the completion of the Division II National Championship game, we will conduct all tournament and championship game awards for both Division II and Division III on court 8.
So if you're the Hot Wheels, I think what you want to do is find a way to get some controlled shots. Hundemer's been looking to do a lot more distributing in the first half than in the second half, and when he's turned it on in the second half, he's really put a lot more pressure on the Strong Dogs and slowed down their up-tempo scoring machine. So if you're Hundemer, even though you're a player coach, you're going to want to make sure you're looking for some of your own opportunities as well. And if you're the Strong Dogs, it's quite the opposite. You just want to keep moving at an amazing pace, because in the full court transition, the Hot Wheels aren't keeping up as well. Robbie Gordon with the ball. Robbie Gordon looking for a 2-man game. Jimmy Green able to get a wide open shot because Shelton Mobley split the pick and took the defender's attention. Hundemer does exactly what we thought he should, putting up another 2 and scoring. This is where you need stops. Championship season. Robbie Gordon coming on the secondary break. But this is when you leave it all out there. You've been training all season for this. Looked like Gordon might have been bumped on that. No call. Refs letting him play. Hassan El-Khadi to Hundemer, back to El-Khadi. Dumps it down to Juan Rios, puts it up the runner. Pulled the trigger on that shot a little early. Could have gone in even closer for that layup. But again, when you hear those footsteps, it sometimes changes your line of thinking. Houston with the 30. 13-point game. Houston desperately needs Hundemer to turn up his looks on the offensive end, and also needs one or two other teammates to find the composure to give themselves an opportunity to score. .8:49 left in this Division II National Championship game here from Wichita, Kansas. You can see our sponsor logos there in the background. A set of our sponsors have been with us trying to create a great opportunity here for our athletes. Quintanilla coming back into the game for Tampa Bay. Strong Dogs on defense. Memorial Herman with the ball. An opportunity here to take it to 11 or 10. Hundemer aggressive on the shot. Misses, but I'm okay with that shot. If I'm the Hot Wheels, we need Hundemer to get going. Robbie Gordon goes around everybody. Dishes down to Green. Oh, rims in and out. Hassan Al-Khadi goes up on one wheel in order to go around Quintanilla. Oh, that's just the sort of day that Hassan Al-Khadi is having. Puts up the shot and gets pinned between the backboard and the rim. That's okay, Hassan. You got to keep shooting. Look for your other teammates. Find a great shot from a good shot and run that offense, calling out what you want your teammates to do. Memorial Herman ball. The Hot Wheels. Al-Khadi with the ball. Timmy Green on him. Nice ball movement by the Hot Wheels. Hundemer sets up and squares up his shot. No good for Hundemer. Still a 13-point game. Jimmy Green with the veteran play, sees the shot clock winding down, calls the timeout. Robbie Gordon on that play tried to release for a fast break layup, and unfortunately was too hard for him to come back and make himself available for the pass, forcing his teammate to call the timeout.
The official medical supply company of the NWBA.
At some point you may see one of these Hot Wheels trying to pull up for a three. It's not necessary at this point in time. 7 minutes and 50 seconds is a lifetime for just a 13-point differential. Same lineup coming in. Rob Deller, Juan Rios, James Gonzalez, Ryan Hundemer, and Hassan Al-Khadi facing off against Snyder, Quintanilla, Green, McKendry, and Gordon. Robbie Gordon with the ball. Loses his handle. Juan Rios goes down to the floor, able to pop right back up. Hassan Al-Khadi with the ball. Looking to find an open teammate. Rios with the runner on the left side. Nicely done. We've got an 11-point game, ladies and gentlemen. And you see automatically that made shot has slowed them down. Quintanilla gets position on Gonzalez. Beautiful recovery by Gonzalez. Great chair skills. Quintanilla with the ball, surveying the court, trying to find his guard. Gordon with the ball. Drops it off to Snyder, who's curling under the paint. Shot clock violation. Snyder missed the rim on this first shot. And unfortunately for them, that's going to be a shot clock violation. Need to be more court aware. If you miss the backboard, you got to get that shot right back up. Hassan El Khadi. Again, not that you need to make up this lead immediately. You could go for a 2. Try to find Rios on another cut or something to that effect, but instead, you turn it over so quickly to the Strong Dogs. Jimmy Green with the ball. A lot of individual dribbling. James Rios trying to pick up the intensity, rams his chair into Robbie Gordon, and the official calls the foul. Rios trying to get fired up, pick up the intensity for this squad. It's an 11-point game. They're in the hunt. Quintanilla looked like a good pass, but it rolled off his fingertips. Ended up going off the chair of Hundemer or Gonzalez, I believe. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Robbie Gordon and these Strong Dogs. Quintanilla with the ball. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Robbie Gordon, aware of the clock, puts it up, puts it in. Robbie Gordon, when they need it most, turning up the pressure. Robbie Gordon, nearly a steal. Rios at full speed. Rios inexplicably for a wide open layup. Rios pushing the pace himself. 11-point game, 5:38 left. Quintanilla out-pushes Rios, sets up on a low block. He wants this championship, ladies and gentlemen, and he's willing to push harder than the rest. Rios, or El Khadi with the ball. Defender on him, puts it up, looking at the refs for a call. Robbie Gordon with the rock. Passes into Quintanilla. Quintanilla with the ball. Surveying. Oh, tough pass by Quintanilla. James Gonzalez grabs it. And another turnover. James Gonzalez with the ball, coming at full speed. Nice cross pick by Rios. Gonzalez loses the handle. Deller picks it up. Shouldn't be a reset on the shot clock, but they gave him one. El Khadi with the ball, puts up the shot. Fouled on the play. Quintanilla could be his fifth. Quintanilla, you have to know better. You can't foul in that situation. Give up the 2 if you have to, but you live another day. They needed Quintanilla in this game. Shelton Mobley, a veteran of this squad, also highly potent, but Quintanilla clearly the other half of the dynamic duo with Robbie Gordon. 4:33 left, 13-point game. Hassan El Khadi misses the free throws. The Tampa Bay Strong Dogs coming up with pace once again. Jimmy Green with the pick, trying to free up Gordon. El Khadi with the pressure on Gordon, forces the turnover. The TIRR Hot Wheels from Memorial Hermann in Houston not giving up, and we wouldn't expect it any other way. 13-point game, 4 minutes left. No need to rush shots whatsoever. Get a nice stable look here. Official calls a foul, a hold, I believe, on Shelton Mobley.
20, Shelton Mobley.
Opportunity here for the Hot Wheels to set up from the baseline.
16 fouls.
See if they can set up the appropriate spacing to free them up for a screenshot. 14 seconds on the clock. Hassan El-Khadi. Oh. El-Khadi looked like he had a three, but apparently his smaller front wheels were over the line. That's actually, check that. His back wheels must have been over the line, because in this case, that's the gauge. That's the gauge for the 2 versus a 3. In either event, El-Khadi unfazed by the lower shooting percentage in the first half and coming back and said, my team needs me. I'm putting up this 3, and I'm going to will it into that basket, and that's exactly what he did. A fiery player, Hassan El-Khadi, leaving everything out here in this 2020 Division II National Championship game.
An official sponsor of the NWBA and RGK. The power is in your hands.
Right now, Coach Wayne Bozeman imploring his team to stick with what's worked. Now is not the time to change up the strategy. Keep pushing with tempo. Keep going with a combination of that inside and outside game. And if you're able, why wouldn't you use that clock? No reason to take early shots in that shot clock. And if you're Memorial Hermann, you want to make sure that you're pushing that ball as well. But once you get set up in the half court, don't settle for a frantic shot. Find a better shot. Mobley with the ball. Mobley patient. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Jimmy Green with the ball. Shot clock winding down. 4. Jimmy Green resets. Puts it up. No good. Ryan Hundemer with the pass to El-Khadi. Nice control by El-Khadi. Beautiful pass by Hundemer. Ball reversal to Michael Garcia. Puts up the 3. No good, but James Gonzalez with a tremendous rebound. Way to stay active. And El-Khadi! Another 3. Unbelievable. This is the first time they've been in single digits for quite some time. 8-point game. Hot Wheels putting pressure on the Strong Dogs. Get a taste of your own medicine. Keeping pressure. Rios on Gordon, trying to prevent him from getting the ball. Gordon setting a pick on Hundemer. They got the advantage. Snyder into the paint with Rios on him. Snyder with the miss. Gets the rebound over Rios. Puts it back, and we're back up to a 10-point game in this 2020 Division II National Championship game. El-Khadi looking for another 3. No good. They may have called a foul. Smart play by Rios to burn that foul. Try to use this clock wisely. Tampa Bay setting up in the press break. A 1-2-2. They don't need Mobley to cut up for that ball. Quick foul by Hundemer. Heady play by the veteran.
That's his 4th personal foul and the 15th foul for the Hot Wheels.
Not sure how many more to get to the bonus, but it should be soon. Gordon to Green. Green with the ball. Two-man game. Help comes over. Nice patience by Jimmy Green, but then forces it into Gordon. 15 seconds on the clock. Gordon with the ball. Drives around Hundemer. Drives past Hassan El-Khadi. Misses the bunny. And Snyder rips the ball from James Gonzalez. They're looking for a foul. And they get it. James Gonzalez gets the foul. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter of this Division II championship game.
First personal foul, sixth team foul.
One more team foul, and they will be in the single bonus. Jimmy Green set the trigger. They're going to try to get the ball into the sure hands of Robbie Gordon, the point guard who does it all. Robbie Gordon doubled on the sideline. Another quick foul. Not sure if that's Gonzalez or Rios. 2-5. That one's on Gonzalez.
Fouls on 25, Gonzalez.
Robbie Gordon going to the line. Watch the extension and the release on this shot earlier in the game. Put on a clinic with his shooting form. Great form, bad outcome. Rebound by Snyder, out to Gordon. They may be done fouling. Snyder goes in, off the two-man game with Gordon. McKendry Laguerre gets the dump down. Ends up getting fouled. Number 15, McKinley Laguerre, going to the line for two. Laguerre misses. Oh, it was a 1-and-1, so he misses. Hassan Lakhadi goes in on the drive, puts it up, puts it in. Nice quick play by the Hot Wheels. 2-on-1 here. No transition defense. If you're Sheldon Mobley, you got to go in and take that shot. You're wide open. Burning the clock's not more important than outscoring them. If you're wide open, you just take that in and you make the shot instead of leaving it to free throws. I understand it's an 8-point game, but take the sure shot instead of pulling it out for two, giving them an opportunity to stop the clock. Let's see if he can make it up here. Shelton Mobley swishes the first. He says, don't tell me about pulling it out, Will Waller. I'll score it from inside or from the line. That's a 9-point game, 53.9 left. Hits them both. Shelton Mobley. Ice water running through those veins. Hassan Al-Khadi with the ball. He's going to look for a three. If someone could set him a pick. If not, he needs to dish it. Trust your teammates. Oh, nice up fake by Hassan. Doesn't go. Rebound to Hundemer. Hundemer with a one-handed swish from 8 feet away. 8-point game. Now's not the time to change what you're doing. Quick foul by Hundemer. Going to the line is Jimmy Green, veteran player for the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs, looking to get it back up to a double-digit game. Wayne Bozeman and his assistant on the Strong Dogs sideline beginning to celebrate as they bark out orders as only the Strong Dogs can. 8-point game, 29 seconds. TIRR will need a Reggie Miller moment if they're going to overcome this lead. Hassan Hakadi to Juan Rios. Juan Rios looking to dish. Gets it to Michael Garcia for three. Just long. Nice rebound by James Gonzalez. Tipped away into the hands of the Strong Dogs. Robbie Gordon with the ball. pulls it out. The Tampa Bay Strong Dogs are your 2020 Division II National Champions! Congratulations to the Strong Dogs for coming through with the championship. Your top performer of the game is Robbie Gordon, who just put on an absolute clinic in the first half, scoring the bulk of the points for the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs. We're going to get set up here for the championship ceremony for the Tampa Bay Strong Dogs. But a huge congratulations to the Memorial Hermann TIRR Hot Wheels for their fight. They never gave up when they could have folded it in. They came back and got it down within single digits. Hassan El-Khadi came alive in the end and ended up making it a much closer game. You see the teams clapping it out. And we're gonna come back with the award ceremony here in a moment.